music. Couldn't figure that out. The stream just died because my internet went out. Okay. I want to go get the Geodude so we can do a little nature guess. We're going to do a little nature guess. Plus, everybody needs to heal a little bit. You know what I mean? Also, we'll edit this. Make this one encounter. That was the back-to-back we didn't get. All right, we're just going to keep going up. YouTube chat, let me know when you're alive again. Sorry, I didn't mean to let AT&T get you. But AT&T got you. I'm hoping that this is a nice admin guy. You know, I loved Golem as a kid. Like, I thought it was so cool. Yeah, DS audio is on it's on monitor and yeah, it's on monitor. But I appreciate you. Brave would be pretty good too. But everybody on this save file needs a nice little heal. All the bats are asleep. We'll just keep one bat and one rock with us. The cool thing is all these bats will have max friendship. So when I get to endgame, I can just get a nice Crobat. You purchased the Roggenrola? Let's go. I love that for you. I love that for you. I want to get a Maractus and a Sigilyph. I think that's my next sitting cutie purchase. We're just getting a billion encounters. Oh, once again, I have Illuminate at the front, and I keep forgetting this, but I don't want to swap up my party, so I'm going to keep doing this. Okay? Dude, Illuminate's doing wonders. Can you guys tell? Or you can rock and roll with Geodude. Dratini comes first when you choose Dragon, but Evolution's a solution if you're going to win. What kind of Pokemon are you? Okay. Whoop. Nature guesses in the chat. Nice Cream says Brave. Safura says Naughty. Plush says Gentle. Phantom says Sassy. All right, back at the PC. Let's move around our guys. This game is stacked with shinies. Okay. Just to heal Pika. Okay, I named him Queso. Nobody at home knows that. I have no clue why this guy's name is Magni. Tubat, that's a funny name. I'm just healing everybody. I got to see which Zubat is sticking with me. Glitch. I wouldn't mind keeping Glitch. And then my baby butterfly needs to heal. I just don't want to heal the Staryu. That's why I'm doing this. Okay. I'm going to say Modest, which would be terrible. It's Clam. Oh, that's awful. Awful. Did anybody say Clam? Oof. Hopefully we find another one because Clam is not good. But it'll be cool to have a little guy to switch in on. Modest, Naughty. Okay, Tubat, you are unfortunately very bad. So Tubat can stay there. I guess Naughty's the better one, right? Sassy certainly isn't. Okay, now we have 2 spots to check out new shinies when they pop in. Elaine, I hope your phase ends soon. That's terrible. Okay. Let's get back to the mountain. Oh, I forgot Sparky. You're late, Goji. It was Clam Nature. Hold on, we gotta get Sparky back. The star of the show. Well, everywhere we go, yeah, you're the star of the show. Everywhere we're going, everybody wants to know what's your name. Something. None of you saw the catch. It's true. You don't even know. You don't know how many balls it stayed for. It's a miracle you got to see that it stayed. Nobody saw the catch. The stream died. Stream died. It was very sad. I was trying to figure out why my OBS wasn't relaying the audio that I can see is playing right here. Getting back to the Clefairy Cave is fun. Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't even know Paris was on the first floor. I'm gonna be honest. You guys get to see a lot of Sparky at least. Look at Sparky. Shout out to Sparky for giving me like my 4th highest viewed video of all time. And my most viewed video of this year. Good Sparky. How's it going, Brandon? Welcome, welcome. We're just trying to get back to Clefairy's Cave. Oh, I know there's no audio, EX Gamer. I have no clue why. I went back and I listened to the recording. It was also not being recorded. Doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. There's one other thing. Hold on. Settings. Output. Streaming. Only audio track 1? That doesn't make sense. Because you guys can hear Glitch's music, right? Georgia, hope you're doing well. Like, you can hear the background music right now? Yeah, Geodude exploded the stream. Luckily, I was recording. Wait, is this Clefairy's Cave? This is Clefairy's Cave. You can only hear me? No background music? What is going on? How's it going, Georgia? Can you hear it now? Can you hear the background music? Got music now? That still doesn't explain why you couldn't hear my game music. Oh, nice, Georgia. Very nice. I just found a shiny, so we're just resetting up my layout, and we're good to go again. Got my first Geodude in Gen 3 ever. That was cool. And now we're on to phase number 13. And the music's gone. The music's gone? How about now? Oh, that looks really loud if that's right. Okay. That still doesn't explain what's wrong with the DS audio, because watch, I'm going to plug in the DS audio, and you guys are not going to be able to hear it, I bet. How about the DS audio? It's blasting my ears out. Yeah, can't tell you why the DS audio is not working. It's a weird one. Okay. No DS audio for a little bit. But we are going to get a back-to-back shiny now. Check this out. And 2 Geodudes, a Zubat, and a Nidoran. Just like I said. Just like I said. Okay, can we get a 2-in-1 night for the first time in a while? That's not a Safari back-to-back? Bum, 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 ba-dum. Okay. You guys don't have Colosseum music, right? That one comes from a different input altogether. Deactivating the source and then reactivating it. The problem is the DS input doesn't have like an activate, deactivate. Have I tried making it work? No, that's too easy. What if we make this really hard on me? It's not, I'm going to update OBS after this. I think there's an OBS update that I've been like kicking down the road. And something like this happens every time I'm like, oh, I'll just wait. It's only been 2 days, you know? Indy, welcome, welcome. Beep. Dude, you know, God bless OBS because it's the only way that I can create content, but sometimes also 1 in 8 female Quilava. Let's go. I got a Geodude. It's my first Geodude in Gen 3 ever, so it is a welcome find also. Beep. It's okay, we'll get another shiny. Watch this. You guys want to see shiny Shadow Quilava? And then Ruxin will see it, and he'll want to shiny hunt it now that he can. Because I bullied him into getting a really cool setup. Yep, that's what I tried, Chris. It's supposed to be line in from my Go XLR Mini, and it's not even an option, which is why I think I need to update OBS. Isn't that cool, Ruxin? When are you going to post the video? The cool one. The really cool video. Yippee. You guys should go check out whenever Ruxin says this video is going up. You should go check the video I helped them with. Shiny Jigglypuff in 2 encounters. Okay, 1. Jugger, hope you're doing well. What was the phase? Well, you can rock and roll with Geodude. Dratini comes first when you choose Dragon, but Evolution's the solution. Oh, sorry, it's Geodude. And shiny Jigglypuff. Okay, that's a regular Spearow. So I can see how you got confused because they look so similar. Being edited. Nice. Okay. So soon. And shiny Quilava. Oh, I reset over it. Also, it wasn't shiny. Also, I did that on purpose. I lied to you. I'm so sorry. I am looking forward to playing Colosseum once I find the shiny. I'm kind of considering... Tell me if this is crazy. I'm considering changing up this layout to have 2 Colosseums. So I can also work on the Bayleaf. I just want to play a little bit of Colosseum. Colosseum is so good. Ruxin, have you played Colosseum? Too close to the last video and kill it even more. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but You've never played Colosseum? Dude, it is so good. I don't recommend shiny hunting in it unless you're feeling insane. It's a really long grind, but you should play it though. You should absolutely play Colosseum. It is so good. That made it so much worse. It's funny because, guys, go watch PokeRux's newest video. I have been watching it in like 30 to 45 minute slices while I do my daily workouts. It's a good video, and I think the ROM hack that you did is really cool. I thought it was a pretty good one. I liked the quality of life improvements. I think you guys should watch it. I just think it's a little long. Yes, Star. I've been doing this for over 5 years now. I think it's been 6 years. I'll have to go pull it up. But I still have the intro that I recorded for this, and it is so obvious that I just started watching Steve do Colosseum hunts, because the intro is just like when Steve does Colosseum hunts. Hey guys, Quick Panic here, and today you join me in Pokemon Colosseum for my very first Shadow Hunt. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? If you know Steve Sonics. Hey guys, Sonics here, and today you join me in my Colosseum version. I even said that today you join me in my XYZ game. It could not be any more clear that I was inspired by Steve to do that hunt. Also, beep beep. I think the only ROM hack I like better than that one aesthetically, I've never played any. I just don't have any desire to play a ROM hack, but I like watching people experience them. I will say the only one that I like better from a watching standpoint is Emerald Sea Glass is gorgeous. It is so cool, Star. Right, Giggles? But it's like I'm not doing a bit. I did a bit like 2 years ago. Hey guys, Quick Panic here, and today you join me in my Soul Silver version, and I'm targeting the shiny Magikarp. Oh my god, shiny Magikarp, that looks so good! I noticed that straight away. And then I catch it, and I do an encounter with the static shiny Gyarados in Lake of Rage, because that's where I hunted it in Lake of Rage. And I was like, oh my god, no way! Shiny Gyarados and shiny Magikarp, no way! That looks so good back to back! Yeah. It's, the video has like 700, no, it probably has like 2K views. It doesn't have a lot of views, but I wanted to do an April Fool's video, and it was so fun. Beep beep. Yes, Delaney, it's the closest I've been to getting a ROM hack downloaded onto my, I'd probably play it on my, what is this thing? Analog Pocket? Poor guy's just eating up dust over there. Shadow Month, Star. There's Shadow Month in October, hosted by my friend Clockpit. Pan, I got a shiny Geodude. Delaney, I didn't have a Gen 4 Magikarp, and I was like, this is going to be the perfect place. I can show the Magikarp off against the Gyarados. Same idea. At least it wasn't a bat. Well, I have 3 bats and a rock so far. Can RNG manipulate? Never. I wouldn't. I think the science of RNG manipulation is super interesting. I would just never do it because it defeats the purpose of shiny hunting, and I like shiny hunting. How's it going, Kingzard? I like shiny hunting. I don't... It's not like I want to collect as many shiny Pokemon as possible. I just like the act of shiny hunting. You know what I mean? Anyway, Shadow Month is hosted by my friend Clockpit. And Clock has found more shadow Pokemon in Colosseum than I think any other hunter that I know. I can share. I don't know if Clock is actively using Twitter anymore. Oh, yes, he has been, because he's been hunting the 1% waterfall Lapras. But this is Clock Pit. Give them a follow. You should check out. They have a ton of their hunts up on YouTube. And they've done every single shadow hunt. And I'm pretty sure also a bunch of the XD Gale of Darkness unlocks. Yo, BC bro. That is something to think about in Fire Red Leaf Green, but if you're doing it manually, you'll be fine. The problem is that folks who are using turbo controllers were often booting up with the same seed and encountering on the same frame. But you'd have to get the same 60th of a second A press 2 times in a row, which just try to count to 60 in under a second, and you'll understand how difficult that would be. So just keep it up. Keep up the hunts. I know sometimes it's, shiny hunts go over odds 34% of the time. 34% of the time you are going to go over odds. 5% of the time you're going to go double odds. But I've hunted all 3 of the starters individually on different cartridges. So I can guarantee that the starters are findable, as long as you're doing it manually. Exactly, Star. I think it's interesting to understand how those things work, and I'll watch videos on it. But I will not be impressed with the shinies, and I think it defeats every single purpose of shiny hunting that I have devised in my brain. Oh, I know, Star. It really feels like they hate shiny hunters. Wasn't there a Colosseum getting a shiny character type? Oh, you're thinking of Pokemon Battle Revolution. And yes, you can get shiny costumes in Battle Revolution. My friend Professor Tops has a couple of them. I think all of them, maybe. Hunting on an emulator console. Oh, and using turbo keys. I guarantee if you're using turbo, you are wasting your time. Anubis actually discovered that Fire Red Leaf Green had some weird quirks about repeating frames and startup seeds. How's it going, Raul? Welcome, welcome. What percentage was my Regirock? That one was something like, I was at 99 point something % certainty that I would get the Regirock by that number. It was less than 1%. Also, Clefairy. Beep beep. You get the 5% of double odds a lot. Me too, John. Me too. I did it twice just this month. Yeah, Star. So I have tried to understand as much as possible by watching like Japanese interviews with developers. And I think what we have like scraped together is that they don't like that we are restarting the game over and over. And I think that's why they changed the way that Pokemon are spawned in, like in ZA. So I wonder if they ever do like a starter selection where you can like walk out of the room and walk back in. It's so good, Brandon. I love that era of Matt's videos. Are you on Switch now, BC, or are you on an emulator? I can't speak to the accuracy of emulators, honestly. I know there are people who hunt on them, but I just don't know anything about them. Kaden, we've had a double PP today. We still have not seen the legendary triple PP. Clefairy, 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 Clefairy. Yeah, Star, that is my thing. Is like the people who want to reset for a starter, a shiny first partner Pokemon, if I want to be all kosher about it, that number of people is incredibly small. Additionally, they paid for the game. Let them do with it what they will. And if you're wondering, like, if you're worried that people are going to, like, lose enjoyment in the game because they get frustrated with the starter hunt, those people who don't have the patience to reset for a starter are going to just go do Masuda method or whatever easy method you bake into this game. So, I don't know. The people who want to reset for a starter are dedicated enough to where it doesn't ruin the experience for them if that is somehow the thing you're concerned about. What percentage is beep 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 is 6%. Ah, gotcha, BC. I have no clue. I hope that everything is going well and you're just getting unlucky. I would say that using speed up, if you're using speed up, that might change things because the selection of the seed has to do when you press A on the title screen. And if you're like using speed up, maybe that changes the way like the seed is selected. I don't know. Just play as vanilla as possible to do the hunt. If you're worried that you're getting dupe frames, you know what I mean? It makes me so sad, Pan. Wild Healer, appreciate you. This is a cozy vibe. This is a really cozy vibe. I like it. I'm going to do like a different setup on Sunday. That's going to be a little bit, it's going to be fewer screens. But essentially on Sundays, I want to work on my roaming Raikou that I've been hunting. I just got to figure out what I want to put next to it. I think I want to put like roaming Raikou next to, I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything. Has everybody who wants to watch my new Safario video watched it? And if you haven't, please tell me so I don't spoil anything that happened in the video. Is this a DS capture card? Yes. It's 4 original DS capture cards and 1 GameCube. Thank you, Raul. Okay, and thanks for the streak. You haven't watched it yet? Okay, I'm going to say a spoiler. Toast! How's it going, gamer? Welcome in. How are you? Good to see you guys. Welcome in, my friend Toast, Sir Toasty T, and all of the gamers coming in. Highly recommend you drop a follow on Twitch. The vibes are immaculate, like literally the best background stream. And definitely drop a follow on YouTube. He posts some excellent content. Thanks so much for coming in, Toast. It's good to see you, friend. I feel like I haven't talked to you in 100 years because it's been so busy with Safari Week and stuff, but I hope you're doing well. I saw that you're playing my favorite games. You don't care about spoilers? Okay. The seed is generated when you press A on the title screen where it says Fire Red and Leaf Green. And the shininess is determined as soon as you accept the Pokemon at the table. Where it goes dun da 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 dun da da dun. That's when you got it. He's playing FNAF, yeah. Radar the level 4. But Barrel, oh, you got one? I saw that's what you were doing earlier. Every time I see Mew in Gen 4, I know what you're doing. Beep. Oh, sorry. I was talking. Oh, yeah. I did find a shiny Geodude. You can rock and roll with Geodude. Dratini comes first when you choose Dragon, but Evolution's the solution if you're gonna win. I'll have you guys vote. Oh, sorry. I guess YouTube can't vote. Favorite Colosseum incorrect shiny? Oh, it's definitely the Quilava. Quilava's incredible. Okay, if you're over here on Twitch, I need you to vote for what goes next to Roaming Raikou on Saturday. Or on Sunday, rather. On Sunday's stream. New poll. What accompanies Raikou? You can say Gen 5 Absol and Maractus / Sigilif. Oh, I'm going to put Maractus. The other doesn't fit. Or we can do Emerald Houndour. Or we can do Diamond Pearl Eterna. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. Which of those 3 would you like to see? How's it going, Savage? Try and reclaim Puppy. I can't stop thinking about it. Roaming Mesprit next to Roaming Raikou? Absolutely, Star. All right. The poll is up. I wish I lived in Eterna too. Specifically, I wish I lived in Platinum Eterna. Hey, Chubby, welcome in. So Fossil Week, it will be officially announced. Beep, beep. So this is very mildly subject to change, but it should be the first week of September if you're trying to plan ahead. Yeah, John. Back to back. Beep, beep. Also, female Quilava. Let's freaking go. Ooh, nice, Amelia. I think that's a fun hunt. Oh, Raul, I want to live in Platinum Eterna, not because of the fauna, but because you get that, like, the... Oh, no. Okay. Woo! You get that light that, like, comes through on, like, through the trees. You know what I mean? That light is so good. If we have to go with encounters, I would live in Pearl's Eterna Forest because I love Mischievous. What is Fossil Week? Fossil Week is a shiny hunting event that Tales of Taylor and I started hosting in 2022 and is a week-long event. It's actually 10 days like Safari Week is, where everybody in the community just shiny hunts fossil Pokemon. You can do it full odds. You can do wild encounters in Sword and Shield. Beep, beep. With Shiny Charm, you can Masuda method for one. We don't care. As long as it's a fossil Pokemon, you are part of the fossil family. Question mark? I love Mischievous so much. I actually love Fluttermane because it looks so much like Mischievous. Regret, regret, regret. Does that mean anything to you, Sarge? Dear humanity, we regret being alien bastards, and we regret coming to Earth, and we most certainly regret that the Corps just blew up our raggedy-ass fleet. Hoorah! Regret's a name, Sarge. Did I see the Whoop fossil? Wait, what? No? Wait, what's the context for this? How's it going, Shroomer? That one's not that bad, Pan. Hoorah! Colt, thank you so much for subbing for 81 months. Guys, that's almost an entire year, if I'm doing my math correctly. 81 months is crazy. Rampardos is my second favorite fossil. My favorite is Tyrant, shiny and otherwise. The most beautiful fossils ever in Swish. Guys, I'm going to say something unpopular. I really like Dracovish and Dracozolt, and I even like Arctozolt. Just not Arctovish. She set up Whooper fossil conversion. This is so happy. I never thought I'd live to see the day. Your favorite fossil is Sunkern? Yeah, guys, Taylor is banned. We love Johnson. That's right. I still need to get... I don't have Archon or Tortuga. Ooh, that'll be cool, Raoul. Hunting for shiny level 3 Butterfree and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Oof. Best of luck, gamer. Sounds pretty cool, though. Didn't even know that existed. Oh, I love Tyrants. You know, Tyrant and Aurora, Amora have great shinies, but they're also just banger designs. Beep, beep. Like, those are the quintessential dinosaurs, right? Like, if you think of dinosaurs, most neurotypical people will be like, oh, you mean like a T-Rex and a Brachiosaurus? Why do you guys tie things? Now I have to decide between Gen 5 Absol and Maractus and Emerald Houndour on Sunday. Why? Okay, first reaction, or first hunt to get the most reactions in YouTube chat, through chat, when on Sunday, I'm going to do Roaming Raikou. Do I add Generation 5 Absol and Maractus or Emerald Houndour to the layout next to it? YouTube gets to decide since Twitch likes to make ties. You are the tying vote. Why do you do this? This doesn't help me. Long necks, sharp tooth. Houndour. Noctowl, Houndour, Heracross, Natu, Tyro, Ariados, Lugia, Steelix, Phanpy, Ampharos. All right, Houndour wins. Houndour wins. All right, Sunday we're going live with 2x Houndour and Raikou. Oh, it's Clefairy. Beep, beep. Hunting Safari outside of Safari Week is illegal? Let me just ask my friend Shep what he thinks about that. Hey, Shep, can I shiny hunt in Generation 3 outside of Safari Week if I'm using a repel trick? Also illegal. Oh, it's so cool, Star. Yeah, Pokemon Go ruined a lot of things. I feel like Game Freak uses it as a crutch to make shiny Pokemon available that they've made unavailable through shiny locks in the main game. What kind of Pokemon are you? How do you do the things you do? Share with me your secrets deep inside. Take your normal type like Jigglypuff against a ghostly Gengar. The battle's real tough. Thunderbolt's great electric attack until you get ground down by a Marowak. Kind of Pokemon are you? How do you do the things you do? Never rush a shiny repel trick? Yeah, never. Listen, I already saw it at 5%. I can repel trick if I want to. It's my party. I can repel trick if I want to. Repel trick if I want to. Repel trick if I want to. You would repel trick too if shiny Houndour at 5% ran from you. Do 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 do. Right? Pokemon Go is... It was so fun in the beginning. It is becoming the freaking enemy of Pokemon. I don't know, man. Did you guys see that? There was a video that came out recently, and it was like why the CIA helped fund the creation of Pokemon Go. Did you guys know about? Have you watched this video? They're like, yeah, we just want to know where people are going. Dude, CIA was like, sure, man. I can see where people are all the time. I'm in. Is Repel Trick illegal during Safari Week? No, it's just... I make up funny rules. So here, if you guys are new, and I think especially on the YouTube side, there's a lot of new people. for the longest time, I was playing like this character on Twitter, and people thought I was serious because you can't beep beep tell humor on Twitter. You can't tell who's just joking around, right? But I was essentially being like a full odds elitist about things because it's kind of the way that old school YouTube shiny hunters were back in like 2012, 2013. Was like, oh, you're using shiny charm? Gross, right? And so I would always just like shit post on Twitter like, these Pokemon are fake because the shiny odds weren't 1 in 80, 192. And it went so far as like, oh, you've got 4 games, and this is not correct math, but I'd be like, 4 games, 8192 divided by 4, that shiny's actually 1 in 2048 or whatever, right? And so like this idea that I'm a full odds elitist kept going, and I just kept playing into it because it's so funny that people are so wrapped up in how other people shiny hunt. I don't care. If you're happy shiny hunting the way you're shiny hunting, that's amazing. But people got so mad that I was making these jokes about shiny odds, which was just like, you only understood the joke if you were around the shiny hunting community in like 2012, 2013 on YouTube. And so it was like a joke for me and, you know, the 19 other people on Twitter that are still shiny hunting since then. You know what I mean? So I don't care how you shiny hunt. Shiny hunt how you want. I just think it's a funny bit to complain about the way people shiny hunt. Because who cares? Also, beep beep. That's a good ID. I like that one. Yeah, there's just so many new people, Delaney, that if I act myself all the time and, you know, every once in a while there's a new wave of shiny hunters that come in either because of a new game or I get introduced to a new part of the community. I think some people think I'm serious. And, I mean, there's a teensy grain of truth to it. Not that I care about it, but like somebody in the community that is going to remain unnamed made a video and was like, how come the full odds elitists don't watch videos if you don't hunt full odds? And it's just like, I mean, that is true. I'm not going to go watch a video on a shiny hunt that took you like 2 days because you had shiny charm and maxed out odds. Like, I guess the part of it is true. I'm not interested. It's not because I don't support the way you shiny hunt. It's just like, it's not interesting to me. That's why I don't do it. I would method hunt all the time if I thought it was interesting. And it does not interest me, but I think it's just like, it's not correlated at all to how I feel about how other people shiny hunt. I am so happy that there are so many people in the world that find as much joy as I do in just like finding a different color version of their favorite character. Yeah, that was definitely real, Ruxin. Super real. You know, there's a couple of shiny videos that I still watch. You're kind of right, Abby. I don't watch as many as I used to. It's mainly me watching my friends' videos. It's very rare that I watch somebody's video who I don't know, if that makes sense. Like, back in the day, I watched every shiny upload because there were so few of us. I wasn't even creating content when I got into the shiny hunting community. It was just, you know, I was watching on the periphery until like 2017. That's a good way to do it, Manuel. I think it's cozy, Star. I like doing multiple hunts at once, but I think that's just because I have undiagnosed ADHD. And we don't need to diagnose it. Exactly, BC bro. I think there's a better story when the hunt takes a longer time. So I don't know. Yeah, exactly, Tykel. I think radar is super interesting in Generation 4. I made a whole video. Like, if people want definitive proof that I am not a method hater, I made a whole, like, half of the video. Sorry, not a whole video, but I made half of one of my videos about using radar and platinum. And I had a fun time doing it. And I newly discovered that I actually adore Sunkern. Like, on my desk, there are Sunkerns. I own a copy, at least one copy, of every single Sunkern card that's ever been printed. And that's all because I did that little radar thing, that radar hunt. You know? Pure diagnose. Everybody's like, wait, coffee makes you sleepy? I was like, uh-oh. Yeah, understandable, Pan. I love Sunkern now. Kind of crazy. Yeah, they ruined Radar and BDSP, in my opinion. Vesper, I hope you're doing well. There's gotta be some fun story to it for me, Raul. And I hopefully have a good enough story for you guys to like my YouTube videos about shiny hunting. I try to make it pretty story-laden also. Beep after I ran away from it. Don't play Bubbly Basin. You know what I did? Okay, so this becomes a tax write-off. Hold on, let me catch this Quilava. Standard tax write-off section of the video. Pokopia has too many things to do, and I think it's why I stopped playing. Because I could just play all freaking day and get nothing done. Same, Pan. Same. I don't know. I'm a shiny charm hater. Star. Passive increase to the odds doesn't feel good to me. I think playing a little mini game to get shinies more easily is apropos. I think just getting a passive thing that gives you better shiny odds is not fun. But that's just me. Okay. Mango has come to see the haul. The wife and kids are out of town. But I got something else to fill my time. Firstly, did you guys know, you probably wouldn't because the scalpers are ruining it. Did you know that there is a Pokemon pixel art like case thing that's out? And it's not just this case, right? This is a nice squishy case for my Switch. There's also like a little game case. I was trying to find, they did red and green and I could not find the green case, but this is a little game case. It's got Cubone and Flareon and Growlithe, my original favorite. And most importantly, look at this controller I have. I now actually own a turbo controller, which I said I never would, but look at the design. I will also never learn how to use the turbo controller function on it. Look at the design on this. Isn't this so cool? So what I'm going to do to like use this and everything is I was talking, do you guys know Agent V? I love V. V is one of my favorite people. She and I just get along in a way that I feel like I don't get along with most people. She and I were hanging out by the pool, shiny hunting. That was super fun. That was a really good night. And she was like, Quick, you need to play Xenoblade Chronicles. And I was like, I tried a long time ago on Wii. And she's like, well, there's a definitive edition on Switch 2. Please try it. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is I am not going to stream. I'm going to make myself an old fashioned. I'm going to set up my Switch downstairs on the big TV. And I am going to have a nice beverage. And I am going to play Xenoblade Chronicles because I trust V's taste. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow when I don't stream. I'm going to be playing Xenoblade Chronicles. That's what I'm doing. And I'm going to use my new controller. So I'm very excited to do that. Very excited. Yeah, that's what it was, Pan, was V was like, if you love Fire Emblem, you got to play it. And now I have like the definitive Switch 2 edition. She's like, it's the perfect time. So I went and I picked that up today, which was really hard to find. Can I just say it was hard to find a physical copy of that? Is anybody aware of this? Has anybody experienced this? It's just like Star Fox. When I tried to find Star Fox Switch 2, it was very hard to find. I don't know what that's about. Recommend I do every quest ASAP. Okay. So I'm going to be on the couch playing a game with a nice beverage tomorrow. I know, Star. They really are ruining everything. Anyway, I got the pixel art controller, bag, and game case from Target. There were only 3 in my city this morning when I woke up. I had to go to a meeting, and when I finished it, there was only 1 left in my city, and I had to drive 40 minutes to get it. So if you find it, I highly recommend you pick it up if you want the pixel art collection. There's a game case, a carrying bag, beep, and a turbo controller. And there's red and green. So if you see it, I recommend picking it up because people are scalping it for like $110 for just the controller. You know, Abby, I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no. I'm super tired of scalpers. I think, Abby, I might do Whataburger. Also, double beep. I had a cauliflower pizza, which was on diet today. Cauliflower crust pizza. I think I'll do Whataburger for my cheat meal tomorrow. Also, back-to-back PP. Hello. OG Pokemon baggie. Oh, I know that one. That's a cool one, Ethereos. Oh, that's crazy, Star. That's a really cool find. Beep, beep. Oh, did he talk about it on stream, Abby? Ooh, that sounds amazing, Pan. Yeah, he hasn't told us what we're doing yet. Or maybe you just guessed. But we should be doing something for Matt's birthday this weekend, which is exciting. Easy guess? Okay. We haven't made any plans, so. Spinda's one of those Pokemon. I don't want him to change. I like Spinda just being a Spinda. Yeah, I don't have any meetings on Friday, so I think I'm going to line up for it, Abby. And hunt my Trico while I wait for it, because while I want to have all of the starters eventually, it's the Hoenn starters I care about the most. So I'm going to cross my fingers that I can get a pack with the Hoenn starters. Oh, well, I hope you feel better, Becca. At least have something cool to do. Starmie's Mega Evolution is actually hilarious. I don't hate it. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, Spinda deserves some more merch. I'm hoping... Beep. Last first partner collection, Goji was able to snag me too. I just want to pull my own Hoenn guys, and I'll be happy, because I pulled my own Kanto guys, my own Johto guys, and my own Unova guys, and it just felt really good. If I can pull my own Hoenn guys, I'll be happy, and then I'll buy the rest. Brax, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Dunsparce was perfect. I don't care what anybody says. Dunsparce is absolutely in the same vein as Dunsparce. Like, he's a goofy goober. Good. They robbed Starmie of greatness. How does chat feel about Mega Starmie? That's so sad, Star. Could leave it. Indifferent. Regular Starmie's better. Yeah. Long legs. That's what I wanted to hear. Drampa evolving from Dunsparce. I'm glad it didn't. I'm glad it didn't end up being like a crazy drag, you know what I mean? I like Mega Starmie because of the Patrick meme. Yeah, me too. Look how they massacred my voice situation. Oh, no. All right, understandable. For Fortune's Weave, Abby, I saw somebody tweeted about it. Was it Kieran? I'll be excited to try it out. I think it's kind of cool that you can do like the unit placement with the mouse controls. That seems pretty cool, if that's what you're talking about. Lita's partner can dance, and I love that. Also, I love Lita. Much more than Tierno. I gotta wait till Fex fixes my new 3DS XL capture cards before I ask him to do anything else. I feel so bad. Every time I come to Fex, I'm like, can you fix this thing for me, please? Or I drink his mead, and I eat his pizza. And I pet his dog. Those last three things are much rarer, but... I saw, Pan. I saw. I decided a couple minutes into the direct that I didn't want to be spoiled too much, and I actually left the direct. Not because I couldn't watch anymore, but I kind of don't want to know that much. Does that make sense? I kind of want to go in a little bit blind. I think Fates was the last Fire Emblem I really, really enjoyed. And this one looks like I will enjoy it the same amount. So I kind of want to preserve as much whimsy as possible. I didn't watch too much. I'm just like super eager to play a Switch console Fire Emblem again, because I Three Houses being school-based, it was just too much for me. They look so good, right, Pan? They look fantastic. Ooh, nice, Brax. Are you gonna do any hunting on your new games? Same, Ness. I wanna understand a little bit, but I don't want to watch a whole treehouse on it and like ruin everything. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm being a big old silly Billy. I think Pokopia is just easy to get distracted in. I'm sure it's even worse underwater. There's like less barriers, right? Beep beep. Yeah, Brax. That's all. Like, I can't start a new copy of Heart Gold and Soul Silver without hunting the starters. You know what I mean? I think Mega Embor looks better than Mega Feraligatr, but only because they made Mega Feraligatr look like an open toilet while it's idling. In battle, when it closes everything, it looks great. %1 female Nidoran is kind of crazy. That was a nice little balance I had going, Abby. But the difference now is I have champions. Beep, beep. And so before bed, I'm playing champions, baby. I actually need to shiny hunt some duplicates because I'm actually running into the problem where I'm like, I want to have different stats for different guys. How often do I stream? I usually stream like Monday, Tuesday. Sometimes it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Saturday, Sunday. But I always stream Sunday and I always stream Tuesday. The other days are just depends on, you know, I've got 2 kids and a wife and a family and everything. And every once in a while the schedule has to shift for stuff we do with them. I never stream Thursday. And I always stream Sunday and Tuesday is all I can guarantee. But I stream throughout the week whenever I can and have the time. Especially if I'm working on a project. Like, I want to get this Clefairy video done. Mainly because I want to leave Mount Moon. Oh, that's incredible, Raul. Isn't it so good, Star? The animations in Colosseum, Gale of Darkness, and Battle Revolution are just phenomenal. They're better than the animations we have in Champions. I will say. I will say. I still need a Burgundy DSi XL. It's a good color. I have the maroon one. Well, I mean, is this Burgundy? I've always called this maroon. I just realized the one I thought was Burgundy is more like a bronze now that I'm thinking about it. Guys, I don't know colors. I'm sorry. Shiny Hunter doesn't understand colors. Oh, it's so good, Pan. I know when the colors are different. I don't know the name of them, though. That's one you got? Okay. I've always called it maroon. Is it Burgundy? I'm Ron Burgundy. Ooh, I should watch that before the kids and wife come home. I'm Ron Burgundy? Damn it, who typed a question mark on the teleprompter? Absolutely, Star. We want to have better animations. Okay, where's my better animations? Have you seen Tail Whip lately? Whip, 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 whip. Corn dogs in the air fryer. Enjoy. Enjoy. Did you see what they did to Dragon Energy Star? That's the most upsetting one to me, is they keep, like, nerfing the animations on like, what is the correct terminology? On... I don't know. How do you... It's like exclusive moves. Exclusive isn't what I want to say. Signature moves. There we go. What's my favorite Pokemon? Quilava. I love Quilava. The dude's great. He's a great dude. He's got cool colors. He's basically a hot dog. You know? Everything I could ask for in a favorite Pokemon. Pokemon. Every trainer has the choice. I don't know either, Raul. Maybe we're both right. Thank you, Billin. Appreciate ya. With just new regional forms for the decks, like no returning Pokemon like they did in Black and White and everybody revolted. And now everybody realizes that Black and White are actually goated. And they shouldn't have been so harsh, because then we got X and Y and that game's... I'm sorry. I love Kalos. But X and Y kinda sucks. Also, beep beep. The fairy's coming soon. That would be so cool, and I would not know what to do about Jigglypuff. I guess all the other characters move on, and the Jigglypuff trainer just stays there. Like, anyway, see you later. Both fairies. Let's do it. Jigglypuff. The reason I'm hunting Jigglypuff, beep beep, is because it's my sister's favorite Pokemon. And so, just like by proxy, Jigglypuff is a Pokemon I care about very much. Yes, it is 6% because I am in the basement. It is 1% on the first floor. Also, back-to-back beep beep on bottom right. My sister is Lady Gaga. How'd you know? And I'm sure you're not biased at all, Jigglypuff. So that means a lot. Oh, that was so cool, Star. Yeah, getting to the post game and then having the outbreaks beep, beep, be like how you get the older Pokemon in the game. So cool. It also makes for some really cool shiny hunts. Superb Owl. Did you do the 6% Mount Moon one, Billin? I kind of want to do this hunt a little bit tomorrow. How upset would you guys be if I found PP offline? What would you do? Would you revolt? Would there be a running riot? Pokemon Stadium is on the Nintendo 64, actually. You'd be devastated. Ready for Hound Hour? I think I'm going to keep PP on stream. I'm going to be honest. I think PP has to stay on stream. I'm not going to make any guarantees for Hound Hour and Raikou. I think those might be my like offline and on Sundays hunts. But I feel like PP needs to stay on stream. I do. A shiny Professor Oak challenge. That's amazing. And regular Quilava. See you guys in the next one. New season is just a new season exists. We get a new regulation after Worlds. Like, Worlds finishes, we go home, we wake up, and the next morning we get new regulation. Yeah, when do we climb to Master? I guess it's time to climb to Master Ball again tonight? I kind of want to play the special Mega Garchomp team. Special Mega Garchomp seems so cool. And like the Sandforce thing with Tyranitar, I don't know. It seems really cool. I also am just excited to play Mega Tyranitar, or excited to play Tyranitar, you know what I mean? Oh, wow, Billin. How many games are you doing? That's incredible. If I'm playing T-Tar, it's cool. I love Tyranitar. I love Tyranitar. That guy rocks. Yeah, Star. I've been thinking about what I want to do with Shadow Quilava after I find it. But I think this will just be initially a DTQ. Venusaur Scrafty team. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Those Pokemon complement each other really well. Having a special attacker and a physical attacker and having something weak to fairy and something that covers the fairy weakness. Amazing. Unfortunately, Staraptor also kind of eats both of them alive. What games can Shadow Quilava go to? All of them. Anything from Generation 3 can go to any game. 3 and up can go anywhere at once. I mean, Quilava is not in Sword and Shield, though. So I guess it can't go there. And it's not in ZA, so I guess it can't go there. That, you know, it can go to all the games in which it exists in the Pokédex. You have Mimikyu on the team? That's pretty cool. I like Mimikyu. Mimikyu is a cool guy. No, unfortunately not, Ruxin. It has a special title, though, from when you purify it, that you can only get from having a purified Pokemon, and that's how you differentiate it, is that it gets a title that it can't get anywhere else. What is the actual title for a purified Pokemon? It's like Quilava the... Why does it escape me? I want to say it has something to do with Earth or World or something like that. Kingambit and a Spathra. Oh, wow. a Spothra to make Mega Venusaur? Oh, the Triumphant. That's what it is. Thank you. Yes. So you would send it out and it would say, go, Typhlosion the Triumphant. I want to do a Hisuian Typhlosion, though, because having a Hisuian, a shiny Hisuian Typhlosion the Triumphant would be a crazy flex. What kind of variants do I think we'll see in Weewa? I think we're going to see more, we're going to see regional variants for sure. I think we're going to see more convergent evolutions. And I think we'll see some Pokemon get an evolution that are due for one. I'd like to see an evolution for, like, Dugong. Beep. Like, Dugong needs an evolution and Ledian needs an evolution. Those are the two I want to see. Seeking needs an evolution, too. Seeking has nothing. I think Castform should not get an evolution. I think Castform should get a buff to its ability that when it changes forms, it also gets like a huge stat hike. And the stats change based on what weather is active, and it gets like a sandstorm form. Tropius needs love, that's right. The worst Gen 1 line. Honestly, I think I care in terms of Gen 1. I think Goldeen and Seeking are the ones I couldn't care any less about. Oh, that's crazy. Exist. Beep beep. Cloyster. The thing is, Cloyster is good already. That Pokemon just is solid already. When is Fossil Week? There's not an official announcement yet, but Taylor and I have already talked, and I am fairly certain it's going to be the first week of September. Stay tuned for announcement. I love Seal and Dugong. If there are any lovers of Seal and Dugong in the world, it's me. Seal and Dugong at least have character. When you look at Goldeen, Goldeen has character, but Seeking is nothing. Like, Seeking doesn't have anything. You know what I mean? It kind of bums me out, because I don't like when a Pokemon doesn't have anything. Yeah, Star. Luckily, the Great Ball will match, which is cool. YouTube Rex. Seal especially has a really cool, just like, vibe to it. Oh yeah, Seeking does have sexual dimorphism. The horn is different sizes between male and female. Yeah, I think the reason that Goldeen has anything going for it is because of Misty's Goldeen. Arbok regional variant. Arbok could also use an evolution. Its stats are low enough. I think Nidoking and Nidoqueen need something. I don't know why they don't have any attention. Kumala's fine. Just fine. Ah, understandable, Star. Yeah, Arbok having different chest patterns for the first couple of years was pretty cool. It's weird that they got rid of it. It was even in the Pokedex. Beep beep. I know, Seeking is just like, it's got a horn. Nice, Raphael. Good grind. You reach 10k on Arctazalt. No, just keep mashing it. Oh, yeah. Shiny Arbok had a blue mouth in Gen 4. I don't know if it stayed in Gen 5, did it? Oh, sorry, Billin. I missed it. $32 GameCube setup with 16 Fire and 16 Lever. I'm not going to crucify you. Cool that you found them all, though. It's just different than how I hunt. I have like a little story for every save file. And I just don't think I could manage that with 32 save files. I don't think I could care about every individual file that way. It's the only reason I don't do it. I do think those setups are really cool. Like, the mechanics behind making them work are like a scientific marvel. Also, beep beep. I didn't realize there was a claim to 20, Pan. It's kind of crazy. It looks better than Scarvi to me, Star, but we'll see. They've run out of excuses now. They've cut the Pokedex for every game. They have taken battles out of the main series games and put them in champions. So there's no reason that these games can't just be perfect. They've also taken an extended amount of time for development beep beep on these as well. Absolutely, Billin. It's super cool. I mean, I have a couple of friends like Beetle Binky, Professor X. They have like a setup with a billion games going. Beep beep. Taking battles out of the main games bums me out because I've already played one regional on champions, and it was just kind of like in between battles, you twiddled your thumbs. And I've been traveling to play in regionals for VGC since X and Y. And in between battles, you would just like run around and like enjoy your game. And in champions, it's just a bunch of menus. That's all it is. Every once in a while, you'd be like, I guess I'll recruit a guy. You know? That's one of the things I do not like about YouTube streams, Shiny Pokemon, is that you can just like accidentally pause for a second and be behind. Every once in a while, beep beep, I'll have a guy who's like commenting on something I said 15 minutes ago. I'm like, what are you doing? I don't understand what you're talking about. Yeah, X and Y did ruin a lot of shiny Pokemon. 3D models were just, they're desaturated and I don't like it. Best of luck on Trico and Oris, Sloth. Oh yeah, Bill, and especially for Safari Week, where the goal is like quantity over quality. Beep beep. That's a good time to have a 32 setup. Marshtomp in 3D. At least they made people realize Marshtomp exists. I feel like we didn't talk about Marshtomp until he was 3D. Aegislash is so cool. I like Aegislash. I used one for... Oh, I guess that was the last regional I played in. I used that for... What regional did I go to? Indy. It's also got a killer shiny. Like, Aegislash has the best Gen 6 shiny, hands down. Yeah, I would love to go back to Ore shiny Pokemon. Until they said that they were going to bring it to the GameCube, it felt like they were trying to bury it. Made shiny Ponyta. Dude, they ruined Ghastly. Ghastly was, in my eyes, the most beautiful shiny Pokemon you could ever hope to find in any game. And then they somehow ruined Ghastly for Doublade over Aegislash. Doublade's a really good design. I like the faces on the scabbards. The whole line is a banger. I'm just going to be honest. Eviolite Doublade. Yeah. I remember seeing that in like draft leagues back in XY. It was super fun. Yeah, they were like, what if we had animated swords? And the shiny for... I think... Hold on. Do I still have this? Yeah, I actually hunted this on my original X version. That shiny is a killer. How old is this? Oh, I was still hunting Sandile? This is old. 78, 77. Dude, I went over odds. Oh, this is before I had Breaker on my bicep. Fun times. Oops. Oh, no. I did not mean to do that. Fake Breaker fan. I was probably a couple months away from getting it because it wasn't very long after I got my forearm done that I got Breaker. The original design was supposed to be Breaker and Celtic Guardian, but she couldn't fit both. You're a murderer! I'm sorry! I just hurt. Two of them I just hurt a little bit. Got a shiny Ghastly during... Ooh, that's amazing, Space Dude. I found a Ghastly while EV training in Platinum. I was EV training my shiny Houndour, and Ghastly just like birdleting. There's still time. There's not still bicep is the problem. The bicep is completely full. And my wife was like, please don't tattoo your other arm. She was very supportive of the first one. She's like, don't do the other arm. I was like, what if I do a leg? And she's like, I was thinking about turning one leg into like Celtic Guardian and Mawile and Chien Pao. And I'd probably do one more Yu-Gi-Oh card. But like a cutesy guy. And I don't know what the cutesy guy would be. Oh, Goblin Zombie. Duh. Goblin Zombie and Celtic Guardian. They don't belong together, but I like both of them. Beep, beep. They belong together because I love them. Is EXP share Lucky Egg? A full back tattoo? I want to be able to see my tattoo. Face tattoo. When we shiny hunting for Juniper's shiny Minccino? Maybe I would consider it after Taylor and I start the White 2 shiny trade quest. I'm not against it. Lava Golem? I don't even like that guy. What about Dark Magician Girl? A second Dark Magician Girl tattoo? Beep beep. She's already right here. Alongside the original Karibo design that was pink. Snatch Steal? Mods, can we ban Ruxin 34? Hey, maybe I should do BLS. BLS and Celtic Guardian. Got one to sign for me? That's no fair because do you know how much it costs to buy a BLS in this economy? I love BLS. If Breaker didn't exist, I think BLS would be that card. Only Envoy, though. Envoy at the beginning, for some reason, it's that art, man. I just loved that card so much. I also love DMOC. Invasion of Chaos was crazy for me. Like, it changed my perspective on Yu-Gi-Oh! OG Ritual Hate is crazy. Did I ever tell you that I participated in one of those Konami giveaways that was like, post a picture of your favorite card and use the hashtag, and I won a BLS, like the normal monster BLS that they were giving away. And I got selected for another one that was like Palladium Oracle Mahad. I don't know why I got selected. I don't know if Billy was playing favorites and he got to help with the social media stuff, but I've won 2 Konami giveaways, which is crazy. Thank you, Necro. Yeah, so I graded the... Oh, actually, I graded both, and they both came back 9s. Amen. Double peepee. Peepee. Wadapon? I love Wadapon. I tried to make that card work so hard when I pulled it out of my movie pack as a kid. Never happened. V Tiger Jet in Lightsworn? That's hilarious. Oh, I love Stealth Bird. I think Stealth Bird is a really cool design. That one's got good art. There's a lot of cards that I like just because the art. Like, I also have a lot of memories playing with like Spear Dragon and Goblin Attack Force, Marauding Captain. I would still like to get Swords of Revealing Light somehow. Maybe like Swords of Revealing Light, BLS, and Celtic Guardian. Maybe that's the answer. The only problem is I have really hairy legs. I would have to like shave my legs to see the tattoo. That'd be kind of annoying, wouldn't it? Maybe I just ignore my wife and I get the tattoos anyway. Who knows? Dude, I've never shaved my legs. I used to shave this arm every time before I would go to a tournament so you could see the art. And also, when you shave, like, skin that has tattoo, you just, like, passively take off, like, the top layer of, like, dead skin, and it looks super bright by comparison. So every time I would shave this arm before an event so people could see my tattoo better, people would be like, dude, is that tattoo new? Like, why is it so bright? And I'd be like, no, it's 5 years old. And they'd be like, what? Beep, beep. Dude, now I'm thinking about talking to Corinne and asking her to draw up Celtic Guardian, Swords Revealing Light, and BLS. Those three cards together would be insane. Now I can't stop thinking about it. Oh, that goes so good together. I ended up with all of them, Neku. I went to go see the movie twice, and I pulled Wadapon and I pulled The Shining, and then I had to trade for the Sorcerer, and the Pyramid I got for free. Like, nobody cared. A lot of the Pharaoh's Servant artworks. Pharaoh's Servant is a really good set. Getting Call of the Haunted and Premature Burial and Goblin Attack Force and Dust Tornado and, yes, Jinzo all in the same pack was kind of crazy. It felt like it changed deck building a little bit. I mean, it definitely did for traps. Jinzo completely changed the format. We went to playing like 4 or 5 trap cards when Jinzo came out. And I started like counter deck building, and I would run a Hades and a Jinzo so I could, you know, run over the Jinzo. Good times, good times. Hades is such a cool card, too. There's still a couple of first eds that I want to get in my collection. I think Hades will be one of the ones that I pick up next. I had a full page of Spear Dragons, double, beep, beep, and I have no clue what happened to them. I'd like to rebuild that. I did find I have 6 Secret Rare First Edition Ill Bloods. That's another one that I collected when I was traveling for tournaments still. I don't think I'll be able to build out that collection anymore because those are expensive. Same with Necroface. That card got really expensive. You ran Imperial Order. Oh, Solemn Judgment. And negate the summon. I mean, we had Book of Moon like a couple sets later, but for a while, Jinzo was just like kind of unanswered. In Pharaoh's Servant, it got me running like... I remember running Maneater Bug because of it. Yeah, I still have my 6 Ill Bloods. They're all first edition, beautiful, beautiful cards. I only have one... I only have one Necroface, and it's German. I think it's like Geschichte des Todes or something like that. I picked that one up at my first ever nationals in 2007. I don't know why. Yeah, I feel like I've seen more German Necrofaces than English. I don't know why. But you're right. They always seem to be German. I need to collect some more goblin zombies. I have my 3 secret rare first editions from Phantom Darkness that I like to keep around. But I just love that card too. That card is so cool. It's the reason that I got my first ever regional win. I went to a regional and I played zombies with... I think Dark Arm Dragon is at 2 at this point. But it was like 2 Dark Arm Dragons, 3 Goblin Zombies. I think Plague Spreader had to be out, right? That deck was so cool. I played against Little City for the first time in that tournament and absolutely steamrolled it. And somebody's like, that's a really bad matchup for you. And I didn't understand why, but my opponent apparently just didn't draw good cards for it. It was like, yeah, I run Oppression. And I was like, oh, yeah, that would have sucked. Because I think back then we had like MST and Heavy Storm and that was it. Like 1-1. For a long time, that was all of our back row removal. It was just MST, Heavy Storm. Good luck, have fun. Maybe Trunade too. Volcano Monarch was so fun. I really liked that deck. Having a 1900 like Volcanic Rocket, summoning that, getting to search Blaze Accelerator, and then like pitching a Volcanic Shell and just getting 2 free cards for 1,000 life points was crazy. So fun. Yeah, Trunade if you were thirsty. It was like Trunade usually went in the side deck is what I remember. We had Nobleman of Extermination. Are you watching Childhood Yu-Gi-Oh over there? Yeah, that's all we had. Ragnar, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I am playing all 5 screens, and the middle one is Colosseum. You always have such beautiful things to say, MP. Thanks so much for 83 months. That's almost a whole year. I didn't know you had 2 months on Cult. I wish it was cold outside, though. Any shiny hunting tips for Gen 3? Have fun. There's no way to increase the odds. Just enjoy. What game are you playing in? I don't own any Nobleman of Crossouts. Isn't that crazy? I was trying to put together a goat deck because all I have is an Edison deck, and I have so many friends who want to play goat. And I was like, well, I guess I'll build a goat deck. I don't have any Nobleman of Crossouts. I only have 1 Heavy Storm, and it's in my Edison deck, so I've got to pick up another Heavy Storm. I don't own... I have a bunch of... I have, like, Super Mirror Force, Super Solemn Judgment. Oh, I don't have a Ring of Destruction. I want a Ring of Destruction with the OG text. Send you the list? Okay. If you have any of it. I'd rather buy it off of you than somebody random on TCG Player. And I decided I'm not going to play, like, Chaos Slop. When Rux and I were playing, like, right after Invasion of Chaos came out, I played a water deck, and I've been thinking about water cards ever since. So I'm like, I'm playing water. True, Becca's right. If you're hunting in Gen 3 and Ruby version, get a Pokemon with Illuminate. You'll have to try to find I think Volbeat is your only answer, especially in early game. You'll have to find a Volbeat with Illuminate and not Swarm. And once you get to, like, Fall Arbor Town, Lava Ridge area, talk to that guy near the all of the volcanic ash in that little house and have him make you a white flute and increase your encounter rate. I really want to hunt in Ruby. Mataza Warrior deck, that's a really cool deck. I like Mataza the Zapper. That's a cool one. Personally, in terms of design, I like Hayabusa Knight. Also, it's a wind, so I can remove it for Groot of the Wind Spirit. Beep-bee. Gravity Bind. Yeah, Gravity Bind is fun for water decks specifically. Sure, I don't want any alt arts. Wait, alt arts of what? Oh, of Ring of Destruction? I want the original text on it. So I think I either have to get the Invasion of Chaos Ultra Rare, which I don't really want. Oh, I could get the Retro Pack 2 reprint. It's only $10. I bet Ruxin has a couple of those. I could get the PGD one or Duelist Pack Kaiba. I think the Retro Pack one would be cool enough. Yeah, I agree. There's a couple of cards like that, Rux, like Monster Reborn. I think the Monster Reborn art is better in the West than it was in Japan. Also, beep. Any luck lately? Yeah, we got a Geodude not too long ago. Maybe an hour ago. Best Kaiba card? You mean Spear Dragon, the most powerful monster in my deck? Or how about the Crush Card Virus? By sacrificing Sagi the Dark Clown, half of your cards are destroyed, Yugi. Oh no! Reborn the monster! I loved when Atem said it that way. Double, beep, instead of Monster Reborn. So good. Thank you, birds. I appreciate you. Yeah, understandable, Ghost. Hatching eggs in Ruby and Sapphire sucks. In Generation 3, people usually hunt in emeralds for eggs because you have Flame Body to speed up egg hatching. Beetles that look like artillery. Can see the smoking cards, right? Beep. By combining the Living Arrow with Polymerization and Mammoth Graveyard, I fuse my unliving monster to your Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. And because they're not compatible, it starts to decay from within, and you're losing attack points. And Celtic Guardian attack one of the heads of the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. And then Kaiba's like, I'll use Monster Reborn on one of the heads of the Blue Eyes, and it's unaffected by the polymerization with Mammoth Graveyard. Why does the head have 3,000? Why does each head have 3? How did you reborn just one hit? Why, you could just reborn a blue... What? I'm scared. Doing shiny magic art. Best of luck on that one. Draw your last pathetic card so I can finish this, Yugi. My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba, but it does contain the unstoppable Exodia. I've assembled all 5 special cards, all 5 pieces of the puzzle. No, it's not possible. No one's ever called on him. Exodia, obliterate. And then do we just forget about how Atem banished some sort of dark spirit from Kaiba's brain?
Oh no, Dad's quoting Yu-Gi-Oh! Again.
Oh, did he have whiskey?
No, he's sober.
Oh no. Oh no! Dude, I will quote Yu-Gi-Oh! All day. Did you watch... I don't know how many episodes of childhood Yu-Gi-Oh! You watch back, Ruxin. Did you watch the one where we opened up the tins with Insect Queen? Because your editor made me spit out my orange juice. It was so good. I was just sitting there eating a light breakfast. It was so good. It was so good. Oh, man.
Beep.
Yeah, just attack specific body parts of the monster. That should do it. Get into Pokemon and play Ends Exodia. I saw that there is a card that's like, if this Pokemon knocks out another Pokemon while you control, like, Ends Darmanitan, Ends Zoroark, Ends Kling Klang, whatever. It was like, you win the game. I was like, wait, this is just Exodia. Dude, the God cards were so good. Like, I can only imagine Dan Green's vocal cords were completely shredded every time he summoned Slifer. Like, when Kaiba summoned Obelisk, he would be like, I sacrifice my 3 blue eyes for Obelisk, the Tormentor! And which is like, okay, it's pretty epic. But Atem, he would be like,
thunder comes down from the sky. I summon Slifer, the Sky Dragon.
And it was so visceral and epic, and lightning came crashing down. Dude, how could you not like Slifer better than Obelisk? When Kaiba summoned it, he was like, "You fools, you messed with a god," which is epic. But Dan Green, oh, it is. I would do it, Becca. Trap hole. Oh no! If I could nickname any shiny Pokemon Exodia, which would it be? Coffagrigus. Coffagrigus is go ghosty. Darmanitan is oh so toasty. Basculin comes in red and blue. Blitzel is electric and cute. Appreciate you, Ghost. It's good to have you. It's Destiny board, but Destiny board was like, Dust Tornado, you lose. It's like, dang it. Destiny board was impossible to pull off. Oh, nice. Best of luck, R2. You're doing a DTQ in Platinum? If so, I feel like any good Dream Team quest has to start with, like, your first partner being shiny. And then after that, there's so many good targets. I personally love Roserade, and you can get really fast encounters in Eterna Forest with Cheryl to get a Badoo, but you can also phase on stuff like Baneri, which is really cool. If you're not in a hurry, I think going for Riley's Rylou egg is really cool, and same with Cynthia's Togepi egg. There's also I think it's no. What city is it in? Wherever BB is, you can reset for an Eevee. That's really cool. That's what I heard, MP. I think I saw cards too. I really like Lopunny. I know that most of the internet has done their best to ruin Lopunny. I just think it's a cool design. I like Kick Bunny. Okay, once you get to Hardhome, you can reset for a shiny Eevee. Where do you reset for the Porygon? Can you buy me Pal World? I will literally never play it. I'm sorry. How do I decide when I want to do POV hunting streams or capture card? Beep beep. It's mainly for Safari Week that I like to use the POV setup. I like to do it once per year to just like get in touch with my old shiny hunter self. But that's not to say that I won't ever swap it up. It just depends. Depends on the mood. Like for my DTQ, my Soul Silver DTQ, I think 2 of the shinies are actually POV and 1 is capture card. Will-O-Wisp on Mimikyu? Absolutely. Beep beep. I don't like good adventure games. I don't. I picked up this, though. Oh, yeah. Veilstone Porygon. Hardhome Eevee. There's some good resets. Also, time for a quick potty break. I will be RB. That's crazy, healer. All right, we back. I got up to go run to the restroom, you know, make sure all the dogs are okay. And I got a notification on my phone. And it was like, rain is expected to end in the next 10 minutes. There was no rain. But I got really excited. Beep beep. I thought for sure. I was like, really? Am I going to have the perfect night? Yes, I'm a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan, BC. I actually started content creation with Yu-Gi-Oh. I did Duel Links, and I would do like guides on how to do combos with meta decks. It was a really fun time. And I would just like build random decks and be like, zombie. I remember I posted one video and it was like zombie plus invoked. That was really fun. Have I played Forbidden Memories? I played at my friend's house. The game that I had growing up, the Yu-Gi-Oh game I had growing up was Dark Duel Stories, which I streamed the entire playthrough of Dark Duel Stories. I need to edit that video. I think about it every once in a while. I'm like, dude, I should post that one. I'll probably post it on the second channel. I have a thumbnail for it and everything. If Forbidden Memories was available on, like, where can I play Forbidden Memories that's not a stupid emulator? Do I just have to get, like, a PlayStation 2? Yeah, I love zombies. Zombies are so good. I adore zombies. They got me my first ever regional win. So they have, like, a special place in my heart. PS2. I'll have to get a PlayStation 2. Next time I go to a retro game show, I'll have to look. I just don't like emulators. I know they make everything accessible and they're super important. I don't feel connected to games that I can just like edit on a dime or fast forward, speed up, whatever. I need to play on authentic hardware, and that's like most of the experience for me. If I played Forbidden Memories, I would actually play it on stream. That would be a stream game for sure. I also don't like PC games exist, so that's probably like, or Umbra, that's probably part of it. I don't like playing games on a computer. Like, I want a controller and a cute little console, you know what I mean? Exist, I am the same way. Just like opportunity paralysis, basically. The keyboard scares me. I'm scared of it. Actually, I played RuneScape, so I don't know what's wrong with me. Yes, Black Meteor Dragon. I've never played Duelist of the Roses all the way through. So Forbidden Memories and Duelist of the Roses were two games. And Forbidden Memories, Duelist of the Roses. Wait, there's one more, isn't there, for PlayStation that I'm forgetting from back in the day? I know there's a lot, but like from that era. I feel like I'm missing a big one. But anyway, I just played those at my friend's house because I had a Nintendo. I had a 64. Yeah, Space Dude. I really like cartridges. Beep beep. What am I hunting in Colosseum? Shadow Quilava. It is all of its stats, its nature, and shininess are all re-rolled after you capture a shadow Pokemon for the first time. It doesn't work if you defeat it and rebattle it. But the first time you catch it, it re-rolls all of its stats, including shininess. So you have to catch the Quilava every reset, and it has a 1 in 8,192 chance of being shiny. OMP. Is that the Ain Thor? That's pretty cool. Man, I wish I could do that on a DS with a cartridge, you know? That's amazing, MP. I actually love that. I would absolutely pick up an Ain Thor if it played DS cartridges. Yes, BC, I remember that. I remember grinding. I grinded in Dark Duel Stories for a Dark Magician. I grinded so long for that. Exactly, Umbra. Exactly. Yeah, the fact that PlayStation and Xbox have just like gone all the way digital is really rough. Like, it was impossible for me to just find this cartridge of Xenoblade. This was impossible. I don't know. It feels like they're producing fewer cartridges. Oh, nice, Ghost. I'm hunting on a DS Lite right now too. It's what has my controller mod. Look, it even has a quick panic emblem on it. Shout out to Ronk, who put that on here for me. Wait, but doesn't it need like a cartridge slot? MP? There's no cartridge slot on the Ain Thor, is there? It's just a memory card thing, right? Shiny hunting on a 2DS while playing Duel Links. Let's go! Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Sometimes I miss Duel Links, but then I remember how much money I had to spend for new cards, and I do not miss it anymore. I have been tempted to buy the Pumpkin cards in Master Duel and stream a little bit of that as like a bonus stream, not to replace Pokemon streams, but just like a bonus night where I do a little bit of Master Duel and try to rank up with the zombie deck. But everything is an ultra rare. I don't have that kind of money. What are you doing? Could you imagine if Master Duel had the same formula as Champions and you could just copy somebody's deck and pay like dust for it? That'd be so cool. But current dust costs are crazy. They would never, yeah. They make $1 billion like this. But I want to play Master Duel. It's just, I don't want to... You have to spend so much real money to build a deck. It's only very slightly better than Duel Links. Yeah, Pumpkin is so cool. I actually, one of the guys who watches Childhood Yu-Gi-Oh! Came in and gave me a list for Genesis format with the Pumpkin cards, and I own all of them. So I actually just need to build that. Yeah. It's only marginally better than Duel Links. Like, the fact that you can trade in stuff is huge, but I don't know. Ruxin and I build new decks like every single week in Master Duel, and we're over here dusting like Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring to craft Upstart Goblin. It's tough out here. It's tough out here. We got to talk about why Summon Skull is a super rare in Master Duel. We got to talk about this. I think Lightning Vortex is also a super rare. I'm like, can we reevaluate some of these, please? Black Skull Dragon's an ultra rare. Who's in charge of these? We got to review them. We got to do some updates, man. Got to do some updates. Crazy. They're like, yeah, Ghost Ogre is just as good as Black Skull Dragon. We deemed them to be on the same power level. You ever lose a duel because you didn't have the Beast Skull Dragon in your extra deck? Hate when that happens. I don't know. Master Duel is doing some crazy, crazy cool things for the community, especially for content creation, but they still have a long way to go. The legacy pack, yeah. Every once in a while, I'll just have like 1 billion of those legacy tickets and I'll redeem them and I'll pull like 1 ultra rare. I'm like, oh, cool. Just realized shiny hunting Clefairy is insane. It is. Do you see the Pikachu I have? The shiny Pikachu I have on the bottom right screen? I hunted that in Viridian Forest. The Clefairy is actually 20% more common than my Pikachu was.
Beep.
You know, Exist? That's what happened with Chaos Angel when I was trying to build this zombie deck. But I think Chaos Angel is legal again. It got banned and I was like, I wanted to play this in zombies.
Beep.
It was like zombie punk. I can't be human. Probably not. But maybe. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Calamity was too good. Chaos Angel got banned. I think Chaos Angel's back, though. I think it got unbanned. Playing that salad. Understandable. Flu? Is Flu still viable? I haven't seen anybody talk about Flu. Double? Beep. I know we're about to get Toon cards in Magnificent Monsters, and I'm going to have to cry, beg, and throw up to get the Toon cards because filthy scalpers are going to buy all of the product to resell. It's like, it's one thing if people are buying it because they want to open it, but I just know people are buying sealed stuff to resell it and they don't care about Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I am happy that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is about to be very popular again because we all have these cherished memories of it back in the day. Scalpers are a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! You should go look on TCG Player how much they're selling Magnificent Monsters for. A set that comes out in like 29 days. I actually am scared that I will not be able to find any packs. You're going to do that Pikachu based on my video? Eve, if you are, best of luck to you. No tips. Don't get burnt out. Hunt it next to something else so you don't get burnt out. Thanks for the 100 bits, MP. So this is the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Set since 2020. And I think only the second ever, maybe third ever in history after the first Gold Series to be super heavily allocated. And it's because, this is my theory, and I think Ruxin said something like this, is that because the main selling point of Magnificent Monsters is that there are Grandmaster Rares, which are limited to 100 a piece for each of the Grandmaster Rares, they can't print more of the set. Like, once the 100 Grandmaster Rares are out there, they're out there. So this one is heavily allocated. I don't have anything to worry about. MP, if you find Magnificent Monsters in stores, buy it for me and I will pay you back for it. Because I am worried. I also live in a very Yu-Gi-Oh! Town. Like, we have a ton of players here. Normal Sun Robina. Understandable. They should do an unlimited. I agree. That is like clearly does not have the chance for Grandmaster because they're printing a huge meta. Like, Toons are absolutely dominating OCG. And they're deciding to release the new Toon cards in Magnificent Monsters a set that is going to be like heavily purchased by guys who don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh because they want to like submit a grandmaster to PSA and retire off of it. It's not a foreign concept to them, right? Because like first edition sets used to be the only way you could get Starlights when they were new. And then we all just kind of knew that you couldn't get them in Unlim packs. They should do that. Named him Cosmo. I love that dual monster. Oh, that's gross, EX Gamer. I hate that. Ooh, congratulations, Space Dude. Shiny Ho is really good. Have I phased it all? This is phase 13. I've gotten 3 Zubats, a Geodude, and then so it's phase 13 for all 4 of these shiny Pokemon. I want to be clear. It's because some of these games started out outside. Only one game, the bottom right game, has been in the cave the entire time. The other 2 games were actually outside, and now they're like helping the bottom right game get Clefairy. Around September 3rd? What are the other releases, MP? I feel like we definitely are, dude. Oh my gosh, Britt, thank you so much for gifting a sub. Thanks so much for doing that. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Hobbit will be on wave 2. Beep, beep. They're just gonna buy all of it, though. Like, the problem is the scalpers who are going out. So the big problem is Pokemon, right? The secondary problem is One Piece. And then the tertiary is Magic the Gathering. I think One Piece and Magic the Gathering are pretty interchangeable. I think they're like both being picked up decently commonly. But now what they're going to do is they're going to go to their basket when they're the first person in line, and they're going to know, because all the stupid hype beasts that are about like scalping cards are going to be like, dude, Yu-Gi-Oh is hot now, right? And they're going to scrape all of the Magnificent Monsters, all of the 30th anniversary, all of the Hobbit collector packs, all of the One Piece cards into their cart and buy all of them. Like, it's just going to get scooped up at the same time. That's what happened with Ghosts from the Past. Is Ghosts from the Pasts in 2020, 2021, whatever that was. When that came out, I couldn't find Ghosts from the Past because people were there trying to buy like Surging Sparks or whatever. And they were scraping all the Surging Sparks off of the shelf. No, it wasn't Surging Sparks. It was XY. They're scraping all of the Generations or whatever it was called, the reprint of the base set cards. They were scraping all of that off the shelf and then taking the Ghost from the Past stuff. Yeah, exactly, Ruxin. Like, everybody who's going there to buy Hobbit has a chance to know about Yu-Gi-Oh! And also scrape that off the shelves too. I don't know. Only some Magic sets, yes. That is true. That is true. If there's a Pokemon release, now I have to fight with people for Pokemon. Like, some of the Pokemon scalpers might not worry about going out for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Release, but if they're already there, they're just going to take that too. The money's not going to be a loss for them because they're not going to open up the Yu-Gi-Oh! Packs. They're just going to sell them to people who care. Bought an ETB Pokemon box for $180. That's insane. I hope people are scared to buy Yu-Gi-Oh! I hope you're right. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that it's like a healthy boost beep, to Yu-Gi-Oh! And it gets more people talking and caring about Yu-Gi-Oh! But I can still buy it. That is like, I hope I'm wrong and that's what happens. I don't want to be right. I'm just trying to be reasonable about what I've experienced with people buying up cards before. Phantom Darkness was like this. Phantom Darkness was crazy hard to get too. And so is Gold Series with the release of Crush Card. There's been a couple times where Yu-Gi-Oh's been impossible to find. Toon Chaos was also really bad. Absolutely, Ghost. Absolutely. Dude, I saw... Dude, this was so upsetting. There was some absolute troglodyte who was talking about the new Rayquaza set, is what they called it. And they were talking about how the main hit of the set was the Gold Rayquaza or the SIR Rayquaza. And they're like, you just gotta hope you don't hit that random girl SIR. They just called Zinnia a random girl? She's the only good thing about Oris. What are you talking about? Sorry, not the only good thing about Oris. She's the best part of Oris. What are you talking about? I could feel my pulse in my neck. Seconds from hearing that sentence rattle around in my ear canal. I was so upset. No. What I meant to say was Zinnia is the best part of Oris, which I will die on that hill. The Delta episode is perfect. Though I will never forgive Oris for what they did to Mauville. That is that's awful. Dude, Zinnia is so cool. She's in a Lego set now too. I was so happy about that. I went out and bought that set on release day. It's over here, but I don't want to reach and get it. I'm saying Ghost. Could you imagine, EX Gamer? It's not unheard of. Konami has a really weird history. I think Zinnia's minifigure just needed a better hairpiece. And maybe they'll print one and we can replace it later on. Welcome over, Space Dude. Welcome, welcome. The Rayquaza set is actually kind of hard to find. V texted me earlier and she was like, hey, did you ever find the Rayquaza set? Because we're driving all over town and we can't find it. Beep beep. Which is kind of crazy. So I went to pick up the Rayquaza set on release. I'm sure it'll get restocked, just to be clear. But it might be hard to find for a couple days. I went on release 40 minutes after the store opened and got the third to last Rayquaza set. They're like, yeah, that one's sold out super fast. It'll restock, just to be clear. Lego is very, very good at printing like modern sets. Beep beep. But right now it's kind of hard. See, I liked TCG Pocket for a little bit, but it really just settled in, like, into my brainstem. That I was like, I could just spend this money on real cards. Saw it on PC a while ago. It actually sold out on Pokemon Center. They might have restocked it. Saturday was the official release date. Maybe they restocked it. It was on Lego Store still. I could have bought it on Lego Store a couple of days ago. See, the problem is MP is... I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't have a problem. Hopefully I have no problem. Because all of that happens before... Like, I'm worried about sharing a date with it. Dude, Space Dude, it was so noticeable. I don't know if you've seen my Pikachu video yet on YouTube, but I noticed the Pikachu immediately. Double pee-pee. Aren't they scalping in Pokemon Legos? No. Lego has been so good at printing the Pokemon sets. I have been able to walk into a store and buy all of them. The closest call I had, if you want to call it that, is with the with the Rayquaza set. But I went 40 minutes after open, and they still had 3 on the shelf.
Beep beep.
The Lego Pokeball is interesting. Beep beep. I just wish they had made Oak's Lab. I wish they had made Oak's Lab instead. The Pokeball is kind of like, we didn't need all that. Oh, I just double attacked. Welp. It's okay. Yes, the Eevee and Pikachu, they're not minifigs, but pieces. I was about to say minifigs. I'm not correcting you. Those are interesting. I'm scared to see what they do to release the Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle in that size. Very scared. Very scared. It is cool that we'll get a red and a Professor Oak minifig, though. It's just weird that Zinnia beat them to it. For Magnificent Monsters MP, actually, yes. If you can and it's MSRP, please let me know. I just want one display. If I can get one display of Magnificent Monsters and say I tried, that would be cool. Also, dude, I am whiffing hard on this Quilava. Yeah, I saw that we're getting Mario minifig sets. I saw this like a couple of months ago. But I am really excited for that because I love Mario. It was my first video game ever. But I'd always been put off because I didn't like the buildable characters. I wanted minifigures. And it seems like we're getting that. Sinnoh customizable shirts are going to be crazy. Oh no, I knocked out Spoink. Don't tell Yarny. Or Fex. I need to place an order for Mawile, Torkoal, and Regirock. Exactly, Space Dude. I'd been doing that shiny hunt for 2 years, so. Let me know, MP. I would actually very much appreciate that. Oh no, Ghost. Customizable shirts? They're kind of customizable. They let you choose the color of the shirt. Is essentially all the customizability they give you. But so far, you can get any Pokemon from the first 3 generations, including their Mega Evolutions if they exist. So I want to get Mega Mawile, Torkoal, and Regirock. I'll probably wait till my next paycheck to do it, though. Oh, are the regional variants available too? Can I get a Alolan Persian? Beep beep. Wait, I can get a Alolan Marowak? Oh no. All right, I might make a 4 t-shirt order. It's already bad enough that I forgot to order Seal. Okay. Had to plug in my DS. Landorus Therian. You know, the crazy thing is Landorus Incarnate has been historically better in the past couple of years. Because special attack ground type moves are at such a premium. There's just so few special attacking ground type Pokemon. People are actually using Mega Garchomp, like a modest Mega Garchomp with Sand Force right now in Champions. And I think that's really cool. Incineroar versus King Gambit. Do 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 do. Boo doo 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 doo. Oh, Space Dude, that'd be awful. So I actually found my first shiny in black and white because I had silver version, but my parents hadn't been able to buy me a Game Boy Color yet. So I was playing silver version on a Game Boy Pocket. I found shiny Marowak, had no clue what was going on, but I figured it was special. I only had one Ultra Ball. Never saw that it was green, mind you. But I had one Ultra Ball. I threw it. It broke out, and then I had to faint it. Yippee wahoo. Yeah, exactly. Exists. Mega Canerupt, Blood Moon Rooster Luna, Landorus Incarnate. Beep beep. You really don't have that many. 44, 42 on the Roamer Suicune. Not bad. Keep it up. Keep it up. You're still under odds. You got this. Are you doing the Fire Red Leaf Green one? Or the Gold and Silver one? Double Bippy. Fire Red single GBA. Nice. That's awesome. I think it's a cozy hunt. I'll be doing Raikou and Suicune at the very least on these 4 games. I'm going to do... So I doubled up so I could do 2 Suicunes, a Raikou, and an Entei. If Suicune and Raikou shine first, I might not sit through for the Entei just because I have 2 Roamers from Heart Gold, Soul Silver. And I don't like Entei's sprite in Fire Leaf Green. I love VGC Space Dude. Well, that's amazing, Ghost. That's a really good first one. Beep, beep. Yeah, roamers are, you know, they take longer for every encounter, but I've done Raikou and Entei twice, and I got 2 Enteis. So I'm like actively beep, beep, working on phase 3. And honestly, it's my favorite shiny hunt. Like, I know the encounters are a little bit long, but it's just so cool that every reset you get to see a wild Raikou and Entei. It's, I don't know. It's so cool that I just... Maybe I'll feel less excited if I get a 3rd Entei. I just really like the vibe. Beep beep. Suicune has an incredible sprite. So... my 2 favorite sprites in Generation 3 are Suicune and Houndour. Beep beep. Absolute best sprites in Gen 3, in my opinion. In Gen 3, yep, yep. Lugia is a pretty cool one. I like that one. Quilava isn't super special, but I do like the way that it looks specifically in Gen 3 for some reason. Thank you, MP. I appreciate that. Come here. Stop walking on the desk. What do you need? You've been fed. Eevee and Suicune. Suicune. I think my favorite Suicune sprite has got to be Fire Red Leaf Green. I hunted the Heart Gold Soul Silver one, and it's just fine to me. I think my second favorite is probably Gold and Silver. It looks really good. Murkrow's got a really good Gen 3 one. Agreed. Is that MSRP, MP? Yeah, it's 35, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is. Wave 1 MP, because if they do a second wave, it might not have the Grandmaster rare chance. Which I just want the chance. You know what I mean? It must be Raul. Murkrow's Fire Red? Isn't Murkrow in Gen 3 found in Altering Cave? Is it somewhere else? Because I can't think of it off the top of my head. I know Mischievous is Is it on the Sevi Islands? So I know Mischievous is in those caves that are near Resort Gorgeous. What's the hardest hunt I've done? Probably the Radiant Forest Pikachu. Took a long time and it was kind of awful. Oh, Murkrow's in Lost Cave. Okay. See, I've only ever played Leaf Green. You know I don't have a Fire Red in the post-game, 90? I don't have a single Fire Red in the post-game. I've never been there in Fire Red. I'm just such a hardcore Leaf Green guy. So if you said Lost Cave, I'm like, yeah, Mischievous. And if you said Murkrow, I just said liar, but I know that you know, so. That's actually crazy. Dude, Leaf Green is so good. I just like green cartridges. Emerald is goated. Leaf Green is goated. The original green version, unfortunately, is on just a gray cartridge. I was so excited, 95, when Leaf Green came out, I was, what, 14? So I would have been in high school. I still couldn't drive yet. My buddy Logan shows up in my cul-de-sac of my parents' neighborhood, and I'm outside, like, playing basketball, and they just pull up, beep, beep, and Logan pops out of the car. He's like, there's new Pokemon games. We gotta go. And I was like, oh. So my mom gives me like $50 and I climb into the car and we go to the mall and he chooses Fire Red. And I am so excited that Venusaur is on the cover that even though I chose Red version as a kid, I was like, Leaf Green. Finally, some recognition. But when we get there, I am so scared of people like knowing that I didn't know these games that were coming out. I see Fire Red and Leaf Green and I go to the cashier and I'm like, yeah, I want to get a copy of Pokemon of like Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Water Blue. And the guy's like, there's no Water Blue. And I was like, huh, must be Japan only. Anyway, I'll get the Leaf Green. And I just walked down. I was like, it's probably in Japan. Like, I'm probably fine. I'm sure that guy tells the story from the other perspective. He's like, this idiot. Shooting hoops. We actually had a regulation height hoop in the cul-de-sac. Beep beep. We had kids come from all over the huge neighborhood my parents lived in to come play basketball after school, on Saturdays, on Sundays. It was a good time. And then, so like the regulation post was cemented between two driveways in this cul-de-sac, right? So it's a circle and between two driveways is the hoop. And the person on the left, they move. They sell the house. And they get pissed off that kids are playing basketball on this thing. And they go to the HOA and report it. And the HOA comes and removes it. Beep beep. So we lost that hoop because some old people are upset that kids were out there playing in the streets. I beep beep, was devastated. Dude, I was like, why would you move here? Every house in this neighborhood has like a kid that comes outside and stays out here till our parents come looking for us. Oh, what have you been targeting, Space Dude? Dude, we weren't even like, I don't know. Now I'm getting riled up. This happened like decades ago now. But I would literally, if the sun was up, I went outside and I would just shoot free throws. I would just shoot free throws for hours. Then maybe a friend would come over and we'd play horse. Or we would, we'd play just some one-on-one single hoop. It was fun. I loved it. Beep beep. Dude, the worst part is they only lived there for 2 years and then they moved out. The people who bought the house next to them have like 3 kids who play basketball, so I know they wouldn't have had it removed. They're like, free. Yeah, they're only there for 2 years. Dude, we were mean to them. I was a teenager, so I had like... Dude, and that basketball hoop was put there in 1992. So I grew up with that thing out there. I grew up with that hoop out there. And in the concrete, right? Because we poured the concrete and had it installed, were the initials of my parents and the initials of the people whose house it was technically next to and the two that it was between. I don't know. It feels like they destroyed a part of history. It was so irritating. So irritating. Dude, I was upset that it was actually against the HOA. They're like, yeah, nobody ever submitted the paperwork for this. It's like, yeah, dude, we were the first people in the neighborhood. We were there when the houses were built. Dumb. Dumb. Aw, MP, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Space Dude. Well, you don't have to worry about that for a little bit, Space Dude. I know that it's not super fun watching ads, but it helps support the channel, and I can't do anything about it anyway. Even if I wasn't a monetized channel, they would still play ads for you, and they would just keep all the money themselves. But I hope you enjoy your ad-free viewing experience. I know. MP is the biggest, is always the number one sub gifter. And for that, I am very appreciative. All right. Since I don't have wife and kids here, I was like not realizing how long I've been streaming. I think this will be the last check. I do have to work in the morning, so appreciate everybody coming out. I'll be streaming again on Friday night. I'll be streaming Friday night. Tomorrow I'm taking off to just like play some Xenoblade. But let's see. We'll go until PP and then check the Quilava. And we'll go find somebody to raid. If you're over on the YouTube side, thank you so much. Appreciate you. An anime girl VTuber on my shoulder. Guys, should I get an anime girl VTuber on my shoulder? Yes or no? MP, thank you for gifting a sub to Goji Gaming, the small fisherman guy. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. All right. Once we see beep beep, we will be checking the Quilava. I know it's there. And a gift to Abby. Thank you, MP. Yeah, MP has been here for 100 years. Candy Evie? Hey, don't talk about Lucy like that, okay? Lucy is one of us. OG Shiny Hunter Goat. The master plan. Oh, wait. Hold on. I want to listen to this. Bomb, bomb, battlefield. There it is. I thought it wasn't on. Younger than the Mario, eating like a pig. Country toads, take me home to the place I belong. Mushroom Kingdom. It's not on for you? Take me home, Mario. Guys, what is going on with my audio? You couldn't hear any of that? Did you guys not hear Country Toads? I will play it for free. Okay. Well, I'll play it for free on stream on Friday, MP. I think the output settings have changed. Country toads, take me home to the place I belong. Mushroom Kingdom, Peach's Castle. Take me home, Mario. I think the output settings on OBS were reverted. I'm going to update OBS and then go check. Thought I was freestyling? Wait, yes, I was. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a god-dang hot dog. God-dang hot dog. God-dang, 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 grrr, hot dog. I just want a picture of a, god-dang hot dog. The new season was so... MP, it is insane because how do you keep all of it still good? Like, how do you make all of King of the Hill good? And then you do 2 new seasons, way after the fact, and you don't drop the ball? They're still so good. Dude, and Caesar stays the whole time. It's great. Okay. I'm going to save. Oops. Get some of this. Look at that. Look at those timers. 418. And we're ending with a shiny Quilava. Just kidding. It's regular. Okay. I appreciate you guys coming out. I'm sorry that I can't figure out the audio. I'm going to work on that probably before I go to bed, since I don't have any kids to put to bed. But appreciate you guys very much. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for the gift subs. And sorry that the stream crashed. If you're over on YouTube, this is the end of stream for you. But I will be here again on Friday night. So I will see you guys then. Thanks so much, YouTube. Bye.